right, this next bout is a very, very interesting one. Neal Gray, known fighter around this area, takes on Jhay Boyd.
Of course, Jhay Boyd, we saw him in the NFL. He's taking on Revolution standout Neal Gray. Excellent fight.
Oh, don't miss this one. Coming right up, Neal Gray takes on Jhay Boyd.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, three-minute rounds in the welterweight division, brought to you by Excel Fitness. Introducing first, the fighter on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 172 pounds with a record of 0 wins and 2 defeats. Fighting for Renegade Fighting Systems, Gastonia, North Carolina, Jhay, Mr. 2% Boyd. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 178 pounds with a record of 1 win and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Revolution Martial Arts, Inman, South Carolina, Neal, the Burner Gray.
Neal Gray scowling at his opponent.
The action begins. Justin Brown.
Scowling at his opponent, pacing around, displaying some emotion.
Mr. 2%. Now, does that mean he's 2% body fat?
No, that's my first thought. That can't be the case.
No.
You got to be going to the hospital if you're 2% body fat.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. I definitely
this world is producing
know.
tremendous athletes these days. Who knows?
I wouldn't know anything about having a low body fat percentage.
All right. Jhay Boyd coming out traditional orthodox. We have, of course, Neal Gray standing in the southpaw.
And a flying Superman punch from the southpaw. Neal Gray to start things off. Jhay Boyd having none of it. More reserved orthodox boxing stance. Both these fighters filling out the range right now, testing the speed, testing the distance. Good, strong front kick from Neal Gray finds its mark on the rib section of Jhay Boyd. Jhay Boyd feeling out with the jab. Neal Gray bouncing. Wide-eyed Neal Gray.
Yeah, you know what? I was just telling Cyrus over here, it kind of reminds me of old school Abdullah the Butcher when he stepped into the cage. You remember that look? That wide-eyed, crazy look in his eyes? Yeah. Neal Gray has that.
He does. He sure does. And lunging left straight from Neal Gray. Jhay Boyd closes the distance, wraps up his man. Might be trying to get a body lock to take this fight down is Jhay Boyd.
As you mentioned, Neal Gray, he does have the technical expertise, but when you're in there with an athlete on the level of Jhay Boyd, you got to find a way to weather that storm early. And he continues to defend the takedown.
Good job by Neal Gray, and he fired off a punch that found its mark on the way out. And, you know, if you're a fighter that tries to really push a takedown and it gets stuffed, that has an effect on your mentality as well. That tells you that you tried everything you had to bring your man down and you couldn't.
Well, it affects your morale, and it also affects your conditioning, man. It can make you tired just seeing that what you're trying to enact isn't working.
Jhay Boyd running in is Jhay Boyd.
Yeah, that's
gonna have to be careful with
very
that.
Dangerous. If Neal Gray connects with one, it can be painful for Jhay Boyd.
The poise of Neal Gray so far is very, very impressive. I mean, he's doing a good job of getting in with strikes, but also getting out and not letting Jhay Boyd wrap him up and get a takedown. And maybe Neal Gray with a takedown of his own.
Yep, looking for the takedown, but now Jhay Gray with the double underhook moves to the back of Neal Gray.
It looked like he almost tossed him there with a judo toss. I won't try to pronounce the Japanese name for it because I don't know.
Neal Gray using the cage to essentially shuck Jhay Boyd off of his back.
And Jhay Boyd has found that his knees are landing. It's tough to see what type of damage they're doing, but you got to think those hurt.
Yeah, and I'm seeing Jhay Boyd. He still seems very composed. Looks like he's in great shape. Neal Gray, in his posture a little bit, I can see that he may be resting here a little bit. If I'm in Jhay Boyd's corner, I'm going to say keep pressing the action. He could possibly break the posture of Neal Gray by doing such.
Jhay Boyd with the right straight down the middle. Misses, but both fighters have starting to get a little bit of respect for each other. All right, round number 2 underway. 170 pounds. Welterweight class between a spinning back kick from Jhay Boyd.
We could hear that one.
Lands, but Neal Gray got out of the way of most of that, I think.
There we go. Jay Boyd landing a right hand. Now both men tied up here, jockeying for position.
Jay Boyd's got some speed on him, Casey. When he needs to throw fast, he can. Jay Boyd looking for a single leg takedown, and he has it.
Changing positions very well, changing levels very well. Now let's see how the top game of Jay Boyd pans out here.
Neal Gray turning over, giving his back up.
Now,
but now back to his
again, Jay Boyd looking for the choke without first securing the position. That's a rookie mistake there, in my estimation. Allowed Gray to work his way back up to the standing base. In my estimation, if Jay Boyd would have sunk those hooks in, he could have possibly started that ground and pound onslaught, leading to the end of the fight.
And he's got long, legs to sink those hooks in, and he's using them to throw a lot of knees, that's for sure. And I think they're starting to take their toll. Neal Gray maybe have slowed down a little bit since the start.
Boyd allowing Gray to rest here. Something you can't do against a veteran competitor. Neal Gray will come back and make you pay for it later.
Jay Boyd beckons him to come forward. Neal Gray perhaps slowing down a little bit. Leather flying along the cage.
That's what we're talking about here.
Jay Boyd looking to change levels, scoop the legs out from underneath. Neal Gray putting him on his back. 45 seconds left to go here in round 2, and he does it.
And he completes the takedown here. Close to the cage now. Neal Gray in the open guard position. If Jay Boyd is able to keep that posture, it's going to make it difficult for Gray to work back to the standing base that I'm sure he prefers.
Only a few seconds left here in round 2. Can Jay Boyd finish it off in a top control position like this to really look good on that judge's scorecard, or can Neal Gray break out, running out of time to do it?
Well, this has certainly been Jay Boyd's round, looking strong and appearing to become stronger as the fight progresses.
Experience pays dividends in this sport, and what a great proving ground here at USFFC28 for these up-and-coming fighters. Jay Boyd, Neal Gray, round 3 at 170 pounds. Who is going to walk away with the win?
Again, Neal Gray waiting here, something you can't do with an opponent with the explosiveness of Jay Boyd.
Mean punches thrown from Neal Gray. They didn't find their mark. Jay Boyd backing up, content with kind of keeping this fight on the outside and not letting it turn into a dogfight, which I think Neal might want at this point in time.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Jay Boyd shoots right under the attack of Neal Gray. Somehow Neal Gray is able to defend that and ends up on top in mount position. Rather half guard position, but it's up there against the cage. This might be the opportunity Neal Gray has been searching for.
Neal Gray needs this opportunity. In fact, if I'm in the corner of Neal Gray, I might be advising him to look for a submission in the event that he lost the first 2 rounds.
Yes, undoubtedly, or get to that position where he can unload some heavy leather. He needs to watch here because he could get lateraled, and that's exactly what happens. Jay Boyd inside the guard now of Neal Gray.
Jay Boyd doing a great job waiting for that position where Neal tries to pull his leg out of the half guard. And in that one moment where he does pull it out but doesn't have it on the ground, you're vulnerable for a sweep.
Well,
Jay Boyd did a great job.
Neal Gray does have both arms of Jay Boyd tied up, overhooked. Double overhook here. That allows him the option of attacking either side, so you can see him climbing up, looking for possibly a triangle choke if he's able to get the space to enact.
1 minute left for one of these fighters to really dig deep down inside. somewhere find within themselves the strength to break free and do something dramatic here at the end of round 3. Because right now, I'm going to guess that underneath Jay Boyd, Neal Gray has to do something dramatic in order to win this fight.
Undoubtedly, and that's the thing here. I mean, obviously Neal Gray did get the takedown here. He finished on top, and so it could be that Neal Gray is ahead in the idea that he did have a better position, a little bit more control position, but now Jay Boyd, as you mentioned, is turning the tide here, and it could be 30-27 by in the direction of Jay Boyd.
Well, there's 10, 12 seconds left for something to change because
here we go.
That's all that's left in this
up.
fight. The ref stands it up. Neal Gray looks like he may be touching to his eye like he can't see out of one or something
appears
like that.
disoriented. Gray definitely needs to come on right here. Will it be enough for the former NFL standout, Jay Boyd, to take this victory, the first victory of his mixed martial arts career?
And here we are at yet another fight card.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard rounds of fighting, we go to the judges' scorecard. The judges score this fight 30-27 Boyd, 29-28 Gray, and 29-28 for your winner by split decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Jay, Mr. 2% Boyd.
What a way to close out this fight. Another split decision with Jay Boyd and his first victory in mixed martial arts competition. A huge benchmark here.
That's right.